Have you ever felt alone and wondered how to find happiness in your 70s or 80s? It's not something most people say out loud, but deep down, many older adults feel it. As time passes, life changes, people move, loved ones are lost, connections fade. One day, you wake up and realize you have time, space, and quiet, but not always company. Yet here's the truth. Being alone doesn't have to mean being unhappy. In fact, many discover more peace, strength, and even joy in solitude than they ever imagined. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful ways to feel genuinely happy on your own, especially if you're an older adult without close friendships or regular social ties. These aren't just quick fixes. They're meaningful shifts that can bring comfort, clarity, and even a little lightness back into your life. Each of these 5 guides blends emotional wisdom, psychological insight, and real-life examples, not just telling you what to do, but why it works. Whether you're newly alone or have been for years, there's something here that might change how you see this next chapter. And stay until the end. The last few ideas could shift not just your mood, but how you view solitude altogether. Let's begin. Guide 1, a meaningful daily routine. One of the simplest ways to feel happier while living alone is to create a daily rhythm, one that gives your life structure, comfort, and purpose. When you're younger, the world sets your schedule: work, family, appointments. But in later years, especially when alone, you wake up to no expectations. That open space can slowly drain your energy, unless you shape it with care. A routine doesn't mean a packed schedule. It means waking up knowing where your day will flow. Maybe it's coffee by a sunny window, a short walk after lunch, or gentle stretches before dinner. These small patterns create rhythm, and rhythm creates peace. Your brain craves predictable structure, like music needs a beat. Even if no one shares your day, a steady flow makes life feel anchored. You're not drifting. You're moving forward with gentle purpose. And routines don't have to be productive. Some of the most nourishing moments are restful, a midday nap, time with a book, or 10 implants. The goal isn't to fill every minute. It's to honor your day because it matters. There's also a deep psychological benefit. Choosing how you spend your time, even in small ways, reminds you, this is my life. I still guide it. That sense of ownership lifts mood and self-worth, especially when outside demands fade. Take Harold, 76, who starts each morning writing down 3 things. One task, like folding laundry. One treat, a walk with music. One thought, a quote or feeling. That simple habit keeps his days from blurring together. It gives him a reason to rise and a reason to smile before bed. When you live alone, the risk isn't just boredom. It's feeling like your days don't matter. But they do. A daily routine, no matter how small, is a powerful reminder. You don't need a crowd to feel your life taking shape, just rhythm and a little intention. Guide 2, emotional self-reliance. One of the greatest skills to cultivate as you age, especially alone, is learning to be your own emotional anchor. There will be moments when the quiet feels heavy. Coming home to an empty house, want to share a laugh or memory, but no one's there to hear it. That's when emotional self-reliance becomes essential. This doesn't mean pretending you don't need others. It means comforting yourself when no one else is around. It's sitting with your feelings, sadness, peace, gratitude, uncertainty, and offering yourself the kindness you'd give a friend. Many older adults were never taught this. You were raised to work hard, push through. But this stage of life asks for something gentler, listening to yourself and responding with care. Start with your inner voice. Are you harsh when you make a mistake? Do you dwell on regrets? Emotional self-reliance begins by softening that voice. Try. I did my best today. It's okay to feel this way. I'm here. I've got me. It might feel strange at first, but over time, this inner kindness becomes your emotional backbone. Think of it like this. When you were younger, you might have turned to someone, a friend, spouse, sibling, for reassurance. Now, you can be that voice for yourself. Carol, 81, keeps an evening check-in journal. Some nights it's a full page, others just one line. Felt lonely at dinner, but proud I made something warm and ate at the table. No one else reads it, but it helps her feel seen. And when you're alone, sometimes that's what you need most, to feel seen, even if it's by yourself. Another tool? Breath and stillness. When emotions rise, sadness, fear, frustration, pause. Breathe slowly. It signals to your body, we're okay. Over time, these small practices become steady anchors. And remember, feeling lonely doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. Emotional self-reliance isn't about ignoring loneliness. It's about sitting with it, then gently guiding yourself back to calm. Here's the beautiful part. When you learn to meet your own emotional needs, you become less dependent on outside sources. You still enjoy connection when it comes, but your peace no longer hinges on it. That's not loneliness. That's strength. Guide 3. Finding joy in small sensory pleasures. When you're living alone, especially later in life, happiness often hides in the quiet details. Sunlight warming your hands, the aroma of food simmering on the stove, your favorite song playing softly from a corner speaker. These sensory moments, so easily overlooked, can become the heartbeat of your days when you're alone. Your senses, sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, are direct pathways to joy. Without constant social interaction, you have a rare chance to slow down and truly notice what's around you. That cup of tea in your favorite mug, it's not just hydration, it's comfort. The blanket over your legs during a movie, not just warmth, reassurance. Psychologically, engaging your senses anchors you in the present moment. And for many older adults alone, the present becomes a lifeline. You're not stuck in regrets or worries, just feeling a breeze brush your cheek, hearing rain tap the window. Peace lives in these small noticing. Try this. Light a candle before dinner, even if eating alone. Pull on socks fresh from the dryer. Really feel their softness. Play music from your youth and hum along. These aren't rewards. They're tiny ways to say, I'm still here. I still matter. Take Ralph, 84, who peels an orange slowly each afternoon by the window. The smell reminds him of childhood summers. He doesn't rush it. That daily ritual connects him to life, memory, and a quiet happiness that needs no audience. Touch is especially powerful. Many unconsciously stroke chair armrests or wrap themselves in cozy robes. It's our innate need for physical connection. You can provide that for yourself through warm baths, massaging lotion into your hands, petting an animal, and taste. When alone, it's easy to eat just for fuel. But preparing something you enjoy, then truly savoring it, is an act of self-respect. Whether it's dark chocolate or buttered toast, these small indulgences whisper, you deserve pleasure too. The profound truth? Your life is still rich with sensation, even in silence. Tuning into these moments creates a companionship with life itself, turning solitude into something sacred. Guide 4. Connecting indirectly with the world. No close friends nearby? You can still feel deeply connected through quiet, subtle exchanges that remind you you're part of something bigger. When living alone, invisibility creeps in. Walking through stores unnoticed, sitting unacknowledged in parks. But being seen doesn't always require deep conversation. Sometimes a shared smile or kind gesture reignites that sense of belonging. Start small. Make eye contact and say good morning to passersby. Leave encouraging notes in library books. This story made me laugh. Hope it brightens your day too. Volunteer in quiet ways. Knitting blankets for hospitals. Writing hospice cards. You'll never know whose life you've touched. But the act itself weaves you into an invisible web of human connection. Technology can help too. Join online forums with peers. Leave kind reviews for local businesses. Watch live stream of community events. Even just being in shared spaces, a cafe, museum, or garden, lets your spirit feel part of humanity again. You're not a spectator. You're participating just in your own quiet way. Here's the secret. Direction matters. Instead of turning inward, gently extend energy outward, like Dennis 79, who leaves those library notes. He'll never meet the readers, but he feels the ripple. I'm still here. I still contribute. The world needs people like you. Those who notice details, offer unassuming kindness. Your existence echoes outward, one small act at a time. Guide 5. Keep your mind curious and learning. In solitude, a curious mind becomes your most vibrant companion. Contrary to myth, our brains don't stop growing. They thrive when fed new ideas. Learning isn't about degrees or massive projects. It's about inviting freshness into your days. Read outside your usual genres. Try a recipe with unfamiliar ingredients. Watch documentaries on unexpected topics. Take Frank, 82, who started watercolor painting last year. He doesn't create masterpieces, but the act of learning, mixing colors, practicing brushstrokes, makes his days feel full. Why this works? Anchors you in the present. Less room for loneliness when your mind is engaged. Strengthens self-relationship. Asking, what else can I discover, is self-respect in action. Boosts mental health. Studies show learning improves memory and emotional resilience. It doesn't need to be formal. Gardening teaches patience with each season. Bird watching becomes a study in quiet observation. Journaling memories reveals patterns in your life story. That moment when you think, I never knew that. Whether from a book, podcast, or mistake, is your spirit feeling young again. In solitude, you have a choice. Let your mind shrink or stretch. One path leads to stagnation, the other to unexpected joy. Final thoughts. As we close, reflect. Which guide resonated most? The steady rhythm of routine? Orange peels and warm blankets? Leaving invisible kindness? Hold on to that insight. Living alone later in life isn't being left behind. It's an invitation to a different beauty, slower, quieter, but no less rich. You're not less because you're alone. In fact, you may be more authentically yourself than ever before. Wherever you are right now, reading on your porch, washing dishes, or in bed with your screen glowing, know this. Happiness isn't behind you. It's here in the routines you design, the small sensations you savor, the quiet ways you touch the world, the endless capacity of your mind to wonder. You're not alone in this. Everyone reading these words is learning the same lesson: how to be beautifully, unapologetically present in your own life. If this spoke to you, comment one thing you'll try this week. Subscribe for more gentle guidance. Share with someone who needs these words. Your support helps us create more content that matters. Thank you for being here, and remember, your quiet life is still a life shining bright.